Can you imagine unaliving 3 people in one night? Jones was a struggling graduate looking for a job and getting nothing. His jackpot came in the form of a 24-year-old damsel, Marilyn, who happened to be the only daughter to a very rich man. The two of them started dating early in 2010, and quite frankly, 2 years later, they were ready to get married. Jones was immediately made the CEO of his father-in-law's company, and all he had to do was keep Marilyn married and happy. So that's exactly what he did. He doted on her, cared for her, ensuring his position in not only his company, but in this family. And quite frankly, to everybody around them, they were the perfect couple. Everything was going well, they had money, they had status. What more could anybody ask? Unfortunately, Jones had a wandering eye, and this wandering eye of his led him to a specific lady, Brandy, an intern at the company. But you see, Brandy was not that innocent either. She had a habit of only going for married men. So, with a little bit talking, flirting, some wooing, they ended up getting intimate. Quickly after the whole deed, Jones started to regret it, like many people do. So he wanted to bury everything under the carpet. He didn't want to lose his family, he didn't want to lose his money, he didn't want to lose his status. Immediately stopped picking Brandy's call, ignored her in the office, stopped replying to her messages. But Brandy was not going to let that happen. One day, as Jones was chilling with his wife, Marilyn, at home, he got a text from an unknown number. He opened it to find a series of illicit images between him and Brandy. He quickly excused himself, went to the kitchen and took the call. He said, "Look, Brandy, what's going on? What are you doing? Stop this, get rid of this content." Brandy said, "Absolutely not. I am now in control. You will pay me $10,000 every single month for me to keep quiet. Your family's on the line, your reputation's on the line, so keep me quiet, pay up." Jones agreed. He said, "Look, you know what? Fine. Here's a standing order every month, $10,000 to your account." And this continued for a whole year. But after a year, $120,000 is a lot to let go of. And he was getting increasingly frustrated and stressed because he can't keep doing this for the rest of his life. So Jones reached out to his friend Patrick. He called Patrick and confessed the whole entire sordid affair and said, "Look, whilst it was happening, I was enjoying it, but now I regret it. Get me out of this mess." Patrick said, "Look, my guy, first of all, stop the payments. Are you crazy? Second of all, get rid of her. She needs to disappear." Jones says, "I can't unalive her. That's not what I do." Patrick said, Whoa, my guy, calm down. Nobody said unalive her. I said get rid of her, let her vanish, disappear. Kick her out, something. But Jones said, you know what, he has a different plan. He decided to contact Brandy and said, "Look, let's meet up at this particular hotel. This is the room number. Come and let's have a discussion." And that's exactly what they did. They met up. And Jones said, "Look, chit chat all you want, great, but really and truly, this extortion needs to stop. I will pay you an upfront fee of $50,000. Just leave me the hell alone." Brandy said, "Excuse me, do you think I am a child? Do you think it's my first time doing this? Do you think I know nothing? Absolutely, you will keep paying me if you want to remain at the company, if you still want to be part of the rich man family. And for this insult, you will increase the money from $10,000 to $15,000. I expect it in my account every single month." At this point, Jones flew into a rage. Blinded by rage, he remembered Patrick's words, "Get rid of her." And in that moment, he knocked Brandy to the ground. She hit her head, became unconscious. But this was not any regular type of rage. This was uncontrollable. In his anger, he grabbed a chair and smashed it over her head. That was the end of her. The receptionist had seen him and Brandy come in, so he couldn't leave her there. His plan? Tip a janitor. Get a couple of bin bags, get a janitorial uniform, and smuggle her into his car. He did exactly that. And by the time he got to the underground parking lot, he really thought he had gotten away with it. Until just as he was about to close the boot of his car, a security man walked around, saw him, and saw a silhouette of a person in his trunk. Frightened beyond his mind and a little confused, the security man reached for his walkie-talkie. In desperation, Jones chased the man, attacked him, and strangled him to death. That was the second body of the night. He carried the security man, added him to the trunk, and drove off. His intention, drive into the middle of absolutely nowhere and burn the bodies in the desert. Just as he was done, finally thinking this whole sordid ordeal was over, he saw a little boy standing off to the side, somebody who'd clearly seen him burn the bodies. The kid looked about 10 years old. He called the little boy over and said, look, here's a couple of dollars. Please keep quiet. You have seen nothing here. The little boy in shock says, oh no, you're a bad man. You've done a bad thing. And Jones realized that no, he cannot leave witnesses alive. He knocked the child to the ground and strangled him. Eventually, he burned that child's body too. At this point, Jones realized what he had become. Clearly an animal. But he rushed home, showered, and attempted to put all of this whole entire ordeal behind him. He wanted nothing to do with this situation. Until 1 week later, the receptionist for the hotel called Jones and said, sir, I know what you did. I saw the woman come in with you and I know what you have done. I have access to the security footage of that hotel. It is proof of what you have done. So kindly pay me $1 million to keep my silence, or I drop this off to the police station and you will never see the light of day again. At this point, Jones was tired. He was exhausted. He was frustrated because how many people must he go through? So he contacted Patrick and said, look, my guy, I'm so tired. I have this situation. Help me get a group of people. Let's unalive this receptionist and call it a day. Hearing Jones talk, Patrick realized that his friend was absolutely gone. His friend had become an absolute monster. So Patrick decided to turn Jones in himself. But you see, Jones already had made plans. By the time Jones was arrested the next day at his office with 8 police officers, he wasn't afraid. He was questioned and eventually sent to trial. But oddly enough, by the second day of trial, the receptionist had mysteriously passed away. So again, there was no concrete witness against Jones. By the third and final day of the trial, the prosecution team stated that they now have a new witness ready to testify. Jones was confused because he was pretty sure all loose ends had been tied up. The janitor he had tipped off, the janitor who had given him janitorial outfit and the bin bags, had stepped forward to confess and testify against Jones. That testimony prolonged his trial even further. That testimony was enough to get the police to get a full search warrant into Jones's mansion. All the evidence was found, the tape that the receptionist had access to was released, and Jones was convicted of first-degree unalivement of 3 people. In addition, DNA test results confirmed he was the perpetrator in all 3 incidents. Right now, Jones continues to stay in prison, doomed for life. Now that's an entangled web. That's all I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at EntangledWebStories, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!